So at the middle of last year, myself and Van Rysel, my bike sponsor, started a partnership, and since then I've ridden 15,000 kilometers over 18 months on my RCR. I've been around the world on this bike to many countries and done many adventures.
Meilleur Lorenz Carpenter.
Oh, and also had a few crashes on that bike. Sorry, Van Rysel. I have absolutely loved riding the RCR, but I knew that it was the standard model, not the Pro one, and also it was a matte black paint job, and I fancied something a little bit different. So it's about time, got a bit of an upgrade. And here it is, my brand new RCR Pro. So let's start with out the box. Before you guys did get confused, I did record this section, but for whatever reason my camera didn't save the audio. So here we go with the voiceover. Of course we have the SRAM chargers that come in the box here with all of the cables and everything you need to charge those. And also in this box over here we have everything that you need to get going. So a set of pedals, we also have a pair of lights, we have some reflectors, we have a bell. They've even included some carbon paste to stop the saddle slipping, some Hutchinson sealant and the syringes, everything you need to install those, a torque key set to make sure that all the bolts are done upright, and also an out front mount for your bike computer. And finally, of course, your owner's manual. So this is Van Rysel's all-round do-it-all bike that strikes the balance between lightness, rigidity and aerodynamics. This one in a stunning gloss black, and a midnight blue fleck appears as the top tube turns into the head tube and really catches the light in the sun. So let's start with the frame. The Pro is a high modular full carbon fiber throughout, an upgraded version from the standard RCR. Group set, it comes with the brand new 12-speed upgraded SRAM Force ETAP AXS throughout, and I've really got on really well with these new ergonomics on these new shifters. As standard, it comes with the Quark double-sided power meter, my favourite, and initially my key reason I went for SRAM over Shimano in the first place. For crankset sizes, they come as on the screen here. For wheels, we have the Zip 303 SW deep section carbons. These are hookless rims, not my first choice, but seem okay so far. For handlebars, they are the Data Superbox, which are great. However, no matter what size you get, these handlebars are going to be too big and come in the following sizes on screen now. For the stem, the sizing is much better throughout the sizes. However, you'll probably need to swap this out depending on your exact measurements. The bike comes with a 33mm tire clearance, which is pretty standard. Now when it comes to price, this one comes in at 5,499 euros. The bike, as you see here, is only available in Europe, mainland Europe, and I'm pretty sure in the UK, you can only get the Shimano equivalent, which would be Ultegra. For that kind of money, with a lot of the other brands, you'll be probably getting a slight downgrade on the wheels, and maybe the group set going down to a Rival or 105 equivalent. So you're getting really good value for money here. Now to my favorite segment is how much does it weigh? A lot of you have been asking that over on my Instagram, and I bought a scale specifically from Amazon so we can find out. Here we go, let's see what it says. Forgot to take the saddlebag off. That would help. So here we go, the weight is coming in at 7.88 kilograms, and that is with my Wahoo pedals, bottle cages, and sealant in the tires. The one change I personally made over the bike as it comes from stock is I swapped out the Zip 303s, as seen here, for my Fulcrum speeds, a little bit deeper, and obviously sponsor correct. However, the stock wheel set as they come, the Zip 303s are a very capable wheel set, equipped with the Grand Prix 5000 S's, a really lovely piece of kit.
Came out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Hey, come around, I'm way been. Oh no, way been. I swear it must have been hiding, cause you come around, I'm way been.
So for this bike, they specifically focus on the tube shapes an awful lot, and to make them as aero as possible. To do that, they spent a lot of time in the wind tunnel testing all of the different concepts that they had to find out which one would ultimately be the fastest. And then also to prove that they are fast, they partnered with the World Tour team, AG2R Decathlon, who race at the highest level of the sport, the World Tour. They do all the Tour de France and all the biggest races, and they have many, many wins at the highest level on this bike, including the general classification of the Vuelta a España on this very bike. Now, when it comes to ride impressions, obviously I spent many thousands of kilometers on the RCR already, which was a fantastic bike. But being on the Pro edition of the same bike with this one, I can already feel it's lighter, it's stiffer, you just get that little bit more responsiveness with every pedal stroke. For me, it just gives you that little added boost of morale to push that a little bit harder, because you know the bike is going to be keeping up with you every single pedal stroke. Personally, I found that the geometry suits me very well. It's a nice, aggressive fit, but I haven't got carried away and gone too far the other way.
QB long pass, I can start leading. And when I touch down, you know what I'm thinking. We can celebrate, smoke a little bit, let our minds elevate, and try not to KO like a featherweight. Your vibe is a drug, girl, keep us selling weight. Keep us selling, ooh, I'm hooked like a fiend. Hooked like where Polly's hand used to.
The last couple of weeks since I've had this thing, I've really been out on it almost every day, doing all of my interval sessions and building up to my race, which I'm leaving for this week, which is the Gravel Burn, my last race of the year, one that I've really had on the back of my mind all year. Of course, I'll be racing the gravel bike on that one, the CGR, leaving this one at home, but I'm really excited to get back to Girona on the other side after maybe a week or two off, enjoy a season break, and then get back on the training, the winter training. So where does this bike sit within the Van Rysel lineup? So obviously right at the top, they have the Rcr-F, which is the super aero race bike that the World Tour team uses on the whole. Really thick tubes, quite a specialist bike, and one that I demoed around Richmond Park earlier on this year, and it really does pick up speed nicely. And then this one, the Rcr-R in both Pro and the normal edition, is more of a do-it-all kind of bike. Your hill climbing bike, your aero bike, it ticks all the boxes. And this one would be perfect for all of the things that I have planned for it, for living in Girona, living on all these climbs. This just felt right. And then on the other end of the spectrum, they've just brought out a new endurance bike, which is more geared for kind of ultras and the really long kind of stuff, for comfort. And maybe I'll get my hands on that one at some point. Anyway, that's pretty much a wrap on this video. I wanted to say before I end a massive shout out to the team at Van Rysel. Really appreciate the support as always, and I'm very lucky boy to be able to ride these bikes and race these bikes and test them out to their full capabilities and travel around the world on them. So a massive shout out to those guys. If you did have any specific questions on this bike or anything about my partnership with Van Rysel, please do write them down in the comments below. And if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one, hopefully in South Africa for Gravel Burn. Ciao.